This is for those of us who want to be more bookish but feel like we don't read enough, or seriously enough, or fast enough. Hello there, I'm Cheska, and today I want to show you 5 easy ways to be more bookish or have a more bookish lifestyle without all the seemingly high barriers to entry that I'm seeing around. Because for me, being bookish is a life shaped by curiosity, reflection, and imagination. Also, I have a new mic thing going on today that I'm trying, so let's get into it. So, how can you be more bookish? My first advice is to read slowly and curiously, not competitively. I think the biggest misconception going around right now is that reading has to be optimized. Faster reading, bigger TBRs, more books. And don't get me wrong, I love seeing people excited about books, excited about reading. I really do. But at the same time, I don't think that it all has to be about a race against our reading list or against other people. Some books are indeed meant to be devoured quickly, while others are meant to be our companion. I'm talking about you, chunky classics. For example, for me, I treat books as a world of their own. A world of their own. A place to go when you're. Little Wonka moment. Anyway, what was I saying? So, yeah, I treat books as a world of their own. And when I do that, I find that exploring so much more better than just completing the book. So you don't really rush exploring, you savor it. You wander around, you poke around on things, and you inhale, you breathe in the landscape. And that just elevates my reading experience even more. My second advice is to build a ritual around books. Because being bookish isn't just about finishing those books, it's also about making space for them in your life. For example, I always carry a book around with me everywhere I go, especially here in Paris, where commuting takes up a lot of my time. So when I enter the metro, and even if it's full of people or it smells like sweat everywhere, I just open my book and I feel better. Or, for example, before I start a book, I always sign my name in front and smell the heck out of it, just like, a newborn baby's head. That seems weird, but sorry, not sorry. And that just makes the moment feel extra special. Now, I know that tiny rituals sound insignificant, but they build consistency, like something that you have to look forward to when you're reading or when you're going to start reading. Just like building habits. And it creates that feeling of coming back into something instead of just completing a checklist because you said that you would finish that book. Number three, let books spill into your life. And I think this is where bookishness becomes really magical. A book may lead you to discover, for example, a new place, a new language, a new curiosity, some rabbit holes, really. Maybe you start researching the historical context of the book because you found it so fascinating. Or you visit a bookstore every time you travel, or you learn a new language because you want to read the translated book into its original text, which is my long term goal for Proust. Very, very long term goal. Number four, talk about books. And to me, this is very important because I feel like a lot of people are intimidated to talk about literature. Like, you need to have some extravagant literature degree or very, very intellectual thoughts, or you need to have read hundreds and hundreds of books before you're allowed to discuss seriously about books, which honestly is what I feel as a small, well, nano booktuber. As you can see, I don't have the largest collection yet, but I just really love talking about books, and I want to share this love with as many people as I can. So, text your friend about that book that you have just read, or tell your pet or your partner about how awesome that plot unfolding was, because who knows, that might just convert them into being bookish or a reader too. And you can just be their guide. And number five, stay open. After reading a book, I just have this sense of wonder, just general wonder or fear if I've read a really good horror book. Anyway, ultimately, books train us to observe, to pause, to imagine a life that is beyond our own perspective. And so to me, reading really makes the world seem more alive afterwards. Those are the five ordinarily bookish ways for you to have a more bookish life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And I want to know, what makes you feel bookish? Do comment it down below. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe so we can, be bookish together. And it really helps me, motivates me to publish more content. And yeah, as I said, I just really love talking about books. I'll see you in the next book. Bye.